Hello Year 8 and welcome to a step-by-step guide on how to do a product analysis of an existing Art Deco clock using Access FM as a guideline. Okay, so first things first, whether you're working on Microsoft Word or on a piece of paper, preferably lined, I just don't have any at home at the moment, we are going to write a title that says Product Analysis. You're also going to include your name on your work as well as today's date. So for me, it'll be a completely different date for you, since it's a pre-recorded lesson. So, product analysis. Nice title underlined. Product analysis, remember guys, is looking at an existing product and using Access FM to talk about what it looks like, who the target market is, how much it might cost, what materials have been used. Basically, you're looking at an existing product in detail, seeing what's good about it and what's bad about it. This means that we can be inspired by the good things and avoid the bad things for our future product. So, Access FM begins with an A, and the A stands for aesthetics. So if you can remember from previous lessons or even from last year, you will know that aesthetics means how a product looks. Okay, how something looks. So I want you to take a minute now to pause this video and look back at the image of the clock on your screen and tell me what you think it looks like. So I've got the real deal here in front of me, and what I can see is that it follows the basic structure of the Art Deco movement. Okay, so you've got regular straight lines. You could even pretend that you've got, or even see that you've got some regular shapes if you did like 5 rows of rectangles. And it's also symmetrical. So symmetry is a big part of the Art Deco movement. Okay, so I'm going to be writing my points in bullet point form, but you guys will need to write full sentences either now along with this video or at the end, summing up your bullet points. So, aesthetics. The product in front of me has the Art Deco movement look to it, which means it includes geometric shapes and lines, and it is also symmetrical. Okay, so a full sentence might be this existing product follows the design movement Art Deco. This is because it has a regular use of geometric lines and shapes, and overall is symmetrical, as an example. So next thing is customer. So you're going to look at this clock in front of you and you're going to think, who is the target market for this clock? Now realistically, you would assume that it would be the same target market as the ones that we looked at during our task analysis. So for under customer, you're going to write who the target market is and explaining why, or how you think the clock in front of you in that image is appealing to the target market. Okay, so target market, say designers, and it's appealing to interior designers, for example, because of the Art Deco movement and design. Right, cost. So I'm not expecting you to know this one or even hazard a guess, so I will give you this one for free. You just need to write it into a full sentence. So you can guess what would guess that the product itself, the existing product, probably took about, we'll say £4.60 to create. Okay, that's not selling price, guys. It's what it would cost to make in terms of materials. So £4.60, and this includes the wood, which is it's actually hardwood, so a bit more expensive than the softwood. And less sustainable than softwood. Okay, so £4.60 for cost. It includes the wood. I mean, it's hardwood, so again, more expensive, less sustainable than softwood. And it will also include the mechanism for the clock hands. Okay, so that's the overall cost. So really, if we're looking back at what we want to do for our product, maybe we want to change this. Okay, so environment. So this is a nice lead up to it. Environment is how eco-friendly is the product, how sustainable is the product itself and the materials that you've used to create it. So like I said, it looks like hardwood has been used to make this clock. So you're going to write hardwood. Now, is that more sustainable or less sustainable than softwood? Yep, you're right. Hardwood is less sustainable than softwood. So hardwood, not that sustainable. Softwood would be better. However, hardwood is better than plastic. So it's more sustainable in that way. At least it's recyclable. Okay, so I'll just let you catch up to where we're at. So product analysis, my bullet points include this clock, right? So that clock is symmetrical. It includes regular geometric shapes and lines, so therefore follows the Art Deco movement. Target market, I'm going to say that its target market were interior designers because of its Art Deco movement, its symmetry, and its simplicity at the same time. Cost, again, you're welcome to use this all to yourself, or you can tweak it slightly. Cost is £4.60 to make. This includes wood, which is hardwood, so therefore more expensive and less sustainable than softwood. And it also includes that mechanism for the clock hands, which is actually made out of plastic and holds a battery. Environment, so because it uses hardwood, it's not as sustainable that it could be, because softwood would be better. However, hardwood is better than plastic, so it's more sustainable, more eco-friendly in that respect. So let's carry on. After environment, we have got one of the S's. So let's choose size first. Okay, so size obviously refers to the size of this product. So, I mean, you only got a photo to go by, but you can see it in my hands. It's pretty handheld. It's not too heavy. I mean, it's heavier on the bottom, which is great because at least now it's not going to topple over. There's even this little thing here, which stops it being so as fragile and top heavy. Okay, so going from that video as well as the picture in front of you, that you need to write what size you think it is. So I mean, it's handheld, not too heavy, not top heavy. It probably could be bigger. especially if it's for like the older generation. You might want it a bit bigger, so you could stick on some larger clock numbers on it. So if you're going to say it could be bigger or smaller, I want you to explain briefly why. So I'm going to say it probably could be bigger to fit larger numbers, or any numbers really. You could even add to your aesthetics. So yeah, cool, it follows a design movement, but is it effective in putting clock hands on that would read right? A lot of this is your opinion, guys. I'm literally just laying the groundwork here, like the